Today I'm going to show you how I go from this to this. Stay tuned. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to be prioritizing my brows and my lip. I've changed up my makeup routine kind of significantly in the last year, and most definitely since the last time I posted a makeup tutorial. So let's begin. I've already done my skincare, my morning skincare, but I am going to refresh my face with some little moisturizing spray, hydrating face mist. This is from Skin Proud. Let's jump off, and I'm going to start with my brows. So the way I do my brows now is pretty different since my last brow tutorial. So the first thing I'm going to do is open up this Makeup Revolutions, and this is the Makeup Revolution Soap Styler. It is the first product I've used from this brand. I got it at Ulta, but I love this. I use it every day. My package is gross horrendous. And this is the applicator it comes with, little toothbrush. Take any like water you have if you have this. A spray bottle is actually a part of my makeup routine, so I usually have one. And I just spray that. And then I take the little applicator that it comes with, you could use a spoolie, and then I just comb my brows straight up. I can do my makeup in like 5 minutes, and I can do the same exact makeup in 30 minutes. It really just depends. But when I'm being smart, I do my brows first. Once you've put your like base on, these brows will like leave a residue on your face. So remember to do them first. Get the product on your brush, and I really just brush them up, making sure to coat them with the product. Is this soap? I don't know. I love the way it smells. If someone could tell me what that fragrance is, I would love it as a perfume. It's really nice. Now, some pre-styling definitely goes into my brows to cut off my arch and then trim my brow hairs so they kind of fall into this place. But once I have all the product on my brows, I just comb them into the shape I want. This brow looks good. It's not all about like combing them straight up, but just getting them in a nice shape. And the soap, in my experience, holds so much better than like any brow gel. And I think that's where I was going wrong for a while. I was using brow gel and just like a ton of it. This is exactly what I want. Tweezing, I could definitely get rid of just like that little hair. But today I'm going to show you how like I can kind of mask that as well. I would have already prepped my lips by now, and this is like a Skin Proud, this is like everything balm. I think like M Cosmetics has one. It's just like, I don't know, like a nice Vaseline that you can put on whatever. So I put this on my lips. And any like patch of dry, mostly my upper lip now, since my upper lip looks like that. Next, I will take a base. This is a drugstore primer, this is CoverGirl. And I put my primer, like I just use a little bit, and I kind of just focus it around where I have pores, like exposed or like larger pores. And anywhere I think my makeup might crackle, definitely my under eyes and stuff. Next, for my concealer, this is just like a drugstore, a CoverGirl concealer. And I do conceal my lip now that I have a scar on my lip and I just have a pimple. Sometimes that concealer can like dry really fast, so I'll just like re-wet it. And next, I'll just use the same brush. And my entire YouTube career have been using this NYX BB cream. They stopped making it, and then I recently found it at CVS. Maybe it was dead stock, but I bought it. This is the NYX BB cream in Nude. Like really just that much. I forgot I burnt myself with the curling iron right there. We'll start there. Next, I'm just setting my under eye in some powder. And the rest of my face, I just set in like this Wet n Wild, it's called Goodbye Flashback. It's just like a powder foundation or something like that. Neat. Now, my next step is my blush. I've been using this Hello Kitty Kathy doll blush in Cotton Shine blusher. I am using this. It is just like a pink sparkly blush. I'm back to using it like an angled blush brush like this, and it's so nice. So I start my blush up here at the top of my cheeks, kind of right at my eye. I start it here and then kind of work it right kind of into there. This would be where I feel like my eyebrow used to be, this like brow bone right here, but now blush goes there. And then I use the angle of this blush brush and find my cheekbone and work it down there. So blush kind of goes in this whole area. And that I work right up until like where I would normally contour, except I'm not really contouring anymore. Then if there's anything left on my brush, I'll take it over my eye. Next, I'll take a little bit and hit my nose with it. Just to warm up my nose a little bit. Next for my brows, I'll be using the Glossier Brow Flick. I'm still using this and I kind of love how it works now that it is a little more dried out. So I'll take it and just following the lines I created earlier with the soap brow, I just go in and fill the areas with the line. In the front, the hairs are pretty sparse. I don't have like a really pointed brow anymore. My brows now are kind of just like slugs. Just like a nice little slug on my face. I don't have to do much. See that little bald spot? So you just want to cover that. And then here, how we have that extra hair that I should probably get rid of, we'll just connect that. And now you kind of can't see it. Good job. People still in my comments will say stuff about my brows, so they might not be trendy. They might still shock people, which I'm surprised by. Someone said bestie, not your brows, so might be who you least expect who hates your brows. Okay, now I'm just gonna use a brown eyeshadow. This is the Animal Crossing brown eyeshadow palette. And I am blending it into the blush that I laid down earlier. I feel like where my eyelid begins and ends is kind of up to me, since the brow is just anyone's guess. Then I'm taking that like a little bit darker brown and I'll just like hit it like right here. Doesn't really matter. I'll just reblend it with my blush. For my eyeliner, I use an e.l.f. brown eyeliner pen. And I kind of just follow my, like if this is my face, I follow this line down. See how my eyelashes like kind of just point down? So that is where I start my line. See how it's like, so I just reverse that. It's almost like I didn't do anything, right? Perfect. Now we'll do it on the other side. And then for mascara, I just use black mascara. This is uncensored by CoverGirl, just drugstore. I got some mascara right there on my eyelid. Just wait for it to dry completely and then you can kind of just like scratch it off. Next, let's get into the lips. So let me come in a little closer. Now, these are my lips. They do have that like balm on them, but we applied that at the beginning of our makeup, so hopefully it is kind of settled in a little more. Grab a lip pencil that is just like the hintiest hint a little darker than your lips. This is Natural from NYX Cosmetics. Take your almost lip shade, and what I do is I connect the two top points of my lip. And I go back and forth a couple times. Until I don't see that dip in my lip anymore. Yes, it looks wild. Go back and forth and cover where your lip, depending on your lip shape, where the Cupid's bow kind of dips in. Because you want to have a round lip. This is a rounded lip. I never said that we're making a rounded lip. Now you have that. Looks good. You will have to do this a few times if you haven't done it yet to get used to how it looks on yourself. The first couple times I tried it, I was like, this doesn't look right on me, and now I really like it. From the side, looks a little weird. So I will draw down instead of drawing up, because drawing up, I feel like gives me not what I'm looking for. And then I will just, trace my bottom lip. I don't really extend my bottom lip. Now I will use like a liquid cream lipstick to just do my whole lips. My go-to for the last 5 years has been NYX cream lipstick in Abu Dhabi, the shade. This is a little more gentle than like a liquid lipstick, Kat Von D, Lime Crime. This has a little bit of budge to it, a little bit of and I want to visually remember where the V of my lip is and where we covered it. Let that dry. While that's drying, I can go back in with my eyeliner pen and I can kind of just like perfect my eyeliner a little better now that my mascara is on, and it can kind of, the shape is more obvious, it makes more sense. Only in the last like couple months do I look back far away and I'm like, okay, what should I fix a little bit for more symmetry? For highlight, this is Pearl Crush CoverGirl, and I apply it with this smaller, fluffy brush. I have to be careful with my highlight, because if I get it like right here in the crease of my cheek and eye, it like highlights my under eye in a really awful way. So it has to be like here, where like my cheek is here, so I have to create like a false cheek like up here. See that? If it's even this kind of flirts with that line where I don't want my highlight in this valley. And my real cheek is kind of low, so it's this like fake cheek. You don't need much of this highlight, it's strong. Now that our lip is dry, you can kind of see now the V of my lip, the V of the lip that we covered. Now you can really see it almost has a highlight like our face. You can see it highlight. So now the illusion that we want to create is that the line we have overlined our lip with is actually the shadow of a big fluffy lip. And the shadow is like tucked because the lip is so fluffy like a pillow. So I use lip tint to do this. And this is K-Beauty lip tint, not like American lip tint, which tends to be like a gloss. Lip tone gel lip. So what I do with just this, and this is the only lip tint color I use, I'll take this and right where our V is, I will take my lip tint color and press it against the V. And then with my finger, I blend up. I'm blending like the edge of that lip, or just like making that shadow a little more believable. And that is your lip stain, your lip tint, whatever you want to call it. Now take a step back and look, see if it looks okay. You have to get used to it. It's going to look wild. Sometimes I'll also press on the edge outline because I think it could be too harsh. But that is your flipped lip, your round lip, kind of what I have been wearing lately. After my surgery, I felt like my lip was like weird, different shape, and this for me kind of accommodates that. My last step will be this freckle tint, and this is Lottie London Cosmetics. I really like this freckle tint. I think it's nice. You stamp it on like this as a liquid, and then with a tapping like this, I blend it in. On me, I think they look really natural. My tip is to layer instead of going wild all at once. So this is the finished makeup look. Stay right there and I will show you the final look. So this is the finished look. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. Let me know if you have any questions down below. This was super fun. If you'd like to see more looks from me, let me know. This one was requested, so this one's for you. Thank you guys so much. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at qcknd or on Twitch at twitch.tv/qcknd. I love you guys so much, and until next time, bye.